Oftentimes I have the opportunity to go into spaces and examine them for the potential of images that I may want to later come back to and capture to use in the editing process to develop imagery. So when I come back into this space with my camera, I look in detail at what I've viewed before and recall exactly what it is that I might be interested in capturing through the viewfinder for compositional work. Often this is specific surface detail that I recall and capture. And oftentimes moving around the space, I'll find other items that are of interest and worth capturing for editing as well. Once I get out in the field and I actually take a digital photograph of a surface, I'm able to read back on the back of the camera and determine what my light reading is according to a histogram that's provided. And that histogram in this particular case shows that I have a lot of space over here to the right, which is the high key part of the image, and I have a lot of space, just a small amount of space over here to the left, which is the low key part of the image. So this is the white area that's being blown out, if you will, or the area where there's no information that I can use in the photograph. And then over to the left, I have an area of information that begins to tail off. And that would probably be the readings of the blues, and this would be the surface of the white itself up to a certain point. You can see the other settings that I have on the camera. For example, this particular image was shot at 1/125th of a second at f4.5, and I have an ISO of 200, and I shot that particular image at a focal length of 31 millimeters. I had my white balance set on auto, and I was shooting in an sRGB mode. I have this recorded on a flash drive in my camera, and it gives other information pertinent to the taking of this particular image, in that I shot it in raw basic, which means I basically have a digital negative that I'm going to bring into Photoshop and begin the manipulation of the image in raw itself in Photoshop. So I get all that right on the spot when I take the image, and if the image isn't what I particularly want, I can simply hit delete, and it asks me if I want to delete this image, and I hit yes.